How are you?
I'm doing well. You're a little loud today. Is it like, have you changed your sound settings or something? Or
Not at all. I haven't done
okay,
anything.
let me lower mine then.
Um,
Like, I think it might be on my end. Let me just tinker
okay.
with this. And in the meantime, how have things been? I saw your post in the Kirby Cord about like match. You're feeling a little bit more optimistic about certain matchups. That's awesome. Is anything else going on that I've missed?
yeah, I guess recaps. I'm gold 3 now, which is cool. And the regional, we spoke before the regional. I got 49th of the 91, so I think I had like 3 or 4 wins. And yeah, it was a little weird, the format. But I think I did well. There's still things to iron out. But I think that's it. Good regional, decent regional, okay regional placement. Gold 3, which is an improvement. And I feel more comfortable in some matchups.
Yeah. So with that in mind, like all of that is excellent news. Happy for that. What would you say is? I see you've provided some matches versus a Fox player today.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with the Yoshi story game. Actually, yeah. Well, I'll let you decide. Yoshi's or Pokemon first.
Um, Yoshi's first. Pokemon Stadium was unfrozen in this tournament. Those are matches from the tournament. It's against Bagels again. So it's my most recent set with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent. And why have we picked these particular matches?
So I have a there's a way that Bagels plays sometimes. And then their brother Mecha Cat. They're both dual spacey mains. And with Fox, I think I'm a little just blank. Maybe I'm tired by the time I get to this match, but I want another set of eyes on it to just see like, okay, what am I missing? What could I do better? Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure as we go through it, I'll notice more things. But that's sort of what I'm looking for.
So Fox and I have like a very special relationship in that I hate him. So with that in mind, like I find the reason I hate Fox is because I feel like in 20 years of innovation, we're still fighting him basically the same way we always have, in that we just have to like get a hit and kill him, because there's no character in the game who keeps up with his neutral game, and he sets such a brutal clock with his vertical kills and shine spikes that you just
Yeah.
kind of, and like back air at wall, that you just kind of have to like kill him somewhat efficiently. So like in these kinds of situations, I hate to say it, but like I hate to like do the just like punish harder LOL, but like it is kind of important. Like
Yeah.
the fact that we're back throwing him across the stage, I think is a big
Yeah.
miss. This should be an up throw to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an execution error.
Yeah. But you see what I mean? Like
Yes. Yes, I do.
this is why I hate this character, because it's just everyone talks about the floaties being the execution tests. I guarantee none of those people, unless they're top 100, have never fought their way through Fox's full hop back air wall successfully. So
Yeah.
like whatever, but but like, and this is another one, like turnaround up to like this needed to be a turnaround up tilt. It's
Yeah.
going so I'm going to try to. I'll point those out, but I'm going to try to like. I'll keep a tally of those actually. Let me get a word thing out,
Ooh. Okay.
because like that I think is a little more useful. So
Okay.
let me see here. So turn around up tilt. That's going to be one, and then we're going to say grab, no, wrong throw, no, throw air, no, throw incorrect, and then we'll do up throw, and that will be no, throw incorrect, and then we'll just do one. Then we'll
Okay.
just kind of go from here.
Okay.
This way that we won't get like as hung up on those particular things. One
Sure.
thing I want to ask about is, why did we wave dash into him? So like you get into
I wanna
this
see.
spot here. Why are we moving in like so fast?
Um, I may be going in for a wave dash into a shield into grab. Um, right, or maybe I didn't expect the up tilt, and so I'm probably trying to just get some space. I think it maybe is a bad call. I don't have to rush in, but I maybe I'm sort of panicking. It's like I need to take some space and push him back.
Yeah,
That's kind of
so
what I'm thinking.
that makes perfect sense to me. Like, I don't actually mind the advancing motion here. I think it makes some amount of sense. Let's figure out what Fox is likely to do afterwards and what we can do about those things and what we want. So let's
Okay.
start with what he wants. So I'm thinking it makes a lot of sense. There are the first thing that comes to mind immediately when I see Fox land in front of me like this is this, like the blinker. Because,
Yeah.
like, he's going to turn this on, and, like, if we wave dash into the blinker, we get knocked over. Like, we're a character who actually falls down from it, so
Yes.
this does not fill me with confidence.
Okay.
What I would say here is we need a way to, like, encroach on his space that doesn't move us into his back air or into his up tilt or his shine. So if this is Fox here, like this is his frame, what can we do that like what can we do that moves us a small distance but doesn't put us in the range of his like spooky ass like wall move, immediate wall moves?
Yeah, I mean, just walk, right? Just a short walk, and then just go straight into crouch. I mean, there's no straight. It's like 8 frames, and then down tilt or F tilt.
I mean, so that's interesting. I do agree it's walk. 100% it is walk here. My question is like, do you think you need to enter crouch all the way in order to like do those, in order to like down tilt?
No, you can interrupt the. Yeah, so I misspoke. Well, you can interrupt the squat, right? There's squat, squat weight, squat RV. So you can interrupt squat with tilts.
Yeah.
And you can interrupt squat weight with tilts as well. But I don't know if you get the CC benefit if you do it in squat.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, so like as long as you're in squat, like if you're entering crouch, or if you enter like, it takes 8 frames to enter crouch technically,
Yes.
But you would still get the benefit of crouch in those 8 opening frames. So
Okay.
it doesn't like, aside from like hurtbox distortion purposes, they are fundamentally the same position. You're fine either way. Like same options in both for the most part. So with that in mind, there's only one other thing that I would say that like Fox can do here. That's like there's 2 other things Fox can do here that make a lot of sense. One is full hop, the other one is dash away. I don't think we can do really a whole lot about either of these. Not directly, unless we're willing to make a read. So it doesn't really make sense, I think, this early to like play around either. So we're really just like trying to stay safe versus them. And this is also where I take issue with this wave dash, because like wave dash does not play around full hop effectively, and it plays around dash away even worse, because he can just theoretically just come back in and like up smash us. He has to read it, like he has to call it out, like it's too fast for a reaction, so we're not worried about that. But I feel like walking from Kirby's end is like absolutely the play. Is there anything other than walking forward here that like makes some amount of sense here?
There might be a shorter wave dash distance, but it's going to keep me in lag, which is not ideal. I could do like a short hop approach fair, right? And then maybe with a drift back just in case. So that takes a little space. I don't know if that's going to beat out. I'm not worried about the up tilt. I think in the moment I probably was worried about a nair, some really weird nair or something. I don't think the fair will beat that. I do think it might beat out the back air. I think that's it. I think the dash distance might be too far. I could do like a slow dash, but then I don't know why I'm doing that instead of walking. So I think that's it. Just walk, really short wave dash, or some short hop area, probably fair.
What if we full hop?
Yeah, if I were to full hop, so I don't feel comfortable about the full hop because I don't know why. I think I'm just in this moment, I'm probably just scared. But what I would normally, if I was a full hop, I do a full hop rising dare. Just to sort of like wall them out. It's an 18 frame startup and then 3 from the jump squat, so it's kind of slow. But that's another choice.
So so the reason I'm thinking dare is he's at 42. So we have the potential to drill only dare into up tilt.
Yeah, that's true.
Or we can go for drill only dare grab, like, or forward tilt. Like we've got things off of the reason I like the drill here is because we have things off of it. And if we thinking that he's gonna up tilt or shine, and he like does those and misses below us, then we overlap pretty well with the things that come next. It's not especially bad. Like if he full hops, okay, fine, we take a back air, whatever. We're at 15, who cares? If he dashes, like that's kind of the bad outcome. But like against these two, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's correct. Something I think I struggle with against Fox is that it feels like Marth feels like they have an answer to everything, but instead I have to sort of play a whiff punish game with Marth, and then kind of get really in their face and box, and they don't really have answers to that as well. Anyways, with Fox, it does feel like Fox has an answer to everything, so I have to play like a zoning and like mess with the Fox kind of game. And I think it becomes mental. Like if I'm psyched out, then it will affect my play. And I don't think that's the way I should be playing anymore. I think I should have some sort of plan or way to understand what are the limits of Fox.
His health
but I think I don't.
His health bar. His health bar. That is the limit of Fox. Like the limit of Fox is because everything you said there is basically true. in terms of like how Fox works. He does have an answer to everything. Because like if we full hop dare and he just like delays his up tilt or short hop up, like even assuming that he acts frame 1 on everything, if he short hop up airs, like we're so screwed if we go for this down air. But like this is the thing. What we are trying to do is we're trying to play in a way where we cover like the most reasonable amount of Fox's like options that he might do in a manner in a like within reason, while also getting like a good payoff from it. Because the reason that we're doing the reason I'm suggesting this drill, it's the same reason why I'm like the reason I'm like going for drill has everything to do with this. He's at he's at 42. If we get like drill up tilt on him or drill grab on him, we're throwing him in center stage. He probably has to go on to like a platform or something if we up throw. If we back throw him, we have this platform to work with. Like we have a lot. This is a fantastic position for punishment. So we have to play for punishment. Like there's no other way to beat this character other than killing him somewhat efficiently, because he does have like you said, he has an answer for everything. So the longer he has to figure out what we're doing, the worse our odds get every single time, because there's only so many things that we can do that work on him. So I would say that like, so let's say we go with like the something you're more comfortable with. Let's say we go with walk. What do we do when we walk into his zone? Do we take the down tilt, or what do we look? But I don't know. I don't think we take a down tilt here.
You're saying we don't do the down tilt?
Yeah, we walk forward and we punish his up tilt or shine with something else. I don't think we take a down tilt.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so my habit is to do the down tilt because it's like an easier execution. An F tilt would be a little better because it can. I don't know if it'll knock down. I mean, he's not crouching, but maybe he will by the time I get the F tilt or ASC down. But even if it'll send some distance and give me more space. So an F tilt is better. I imagine there's some weird version of like a turnaround up tilt that's ideal, but I'm actually not quite. You're saying grab, okay, in big red letters. Got it.
Yeah, no, like because remember, like if we grab him here, what happens if we back? If we grab him here, what happens if we back throw him?
Yeah, if we back throw, if he's DIing out, he's gonna get he's gonna go to plat. If he DIs in, that's fine. I can still get him with like a bear or something. So.
Yeah, like so we get a combo. Like so he goes here, here, or here. So in two outcomes, like in these two outcomes here, we just get a platform tech chase. We're happy. In this outcome, we get a combo. Like these are good because we need him to die. The other nice thing about back throw here is with him being at 42%, even if he mashes out, as long as he doesn't mash out perfectly, we often get a back air off this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like grab to back air. No, grab back throw back air.
Okay.
So let's find out some indicators so we can recreate this position, because this is this is really how you get punishment routes refined, right? Yeah. Like we need to be able to know how to come back to this. So what is one thing that we are like looking for here that tells us that this is a back throw position?
I guess center stage, right? And it'll send him to the plat, and then the percent has to be, I assume, around 40.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Fox stuff because we're not worrying about him. We've already sent you that picture, so it's all good.
Sure. Thank you.
No problem. Let's now make some notes. So we know it's that because we have, like you said, center stage, so that's huge. Yeah. What about the platform alignment?
I wouldn't do this. It'd be weirder on Pokemon Stadium because they're just further out, a little lower. But on Yoshi, I think this is fine. I don't know if there's a specific thing to look for.
Yeah, so I would say there is. I would say that what we're looking for is this angle to the platform. So like on Pokemon Stadium, we could still look for this throw, but we would need this, like on the stage, we would be like, if this is the stage, we'd be like here.
Yeah, we need to be able to like almost flank with the plat. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like this angle is what we're looking for. So I would say it's almost like a 45. It's not quite a 45-degree angle, but it's close to it. Maybe like a 40-degree angle? 40, 30. Yeah. Okay. So around 40-degree. No, around 40-degree angle. Like that's how we'll word this.
Yeah.
40-degree alignment. Alignment with plat. Perfect. And you can see how like this like percent, and then we'll say around like, we'll say like 30, like we'll say like, when do you think this would be, when do you think the lowest this would reasonably work at?
I want to say like 30 or 40.
We'll say
Let's
30.
say 30. Yeah.
We'll say around 30.
I mean, it's weird because of mash out, right? But we'll say 30 for now.
Well, I think so I think the thing we're actually evaluating now that I think about it more is when the back air works, in case they mash
Okay.
out, right? Because that's really
Got it.
like that's the outcome that we're dreading. Like, what if they mash out and we have to just take
Yeah.
a hit? So like, because
Sure.
this is a good back air percent, like this works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a small thing, but again, he is above you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's an up air.
Yeah.
Again, like that's not why we lost this set. So I'm not
Sure.
like it's not like anything like that,
Okay.
but it's just like so let's talk this edge guard. So
The angle is awkward. That's what's happening. It should be a bear. Um, can we play it out a little bit more?
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
have
was reading a side B.
Okay, so you're saying this should be a bear?
I think I was reading a side B, which is why I did it. Did the inhale, but I'm seeing like I should have maybe waited and gone for a side B, or just reacted to the ding noise and do a down smash. But he could shorten, but I don't know. So that's why I did the inhale. I'm reading side B.
Gotcha. So where do you think he's gonna side B, like here?
So I think he would have just come straight into the stage, right? Like, so sort of where he is now, maybe a little lower, and then side B in. I don't think he would have. He can go to ledge, so it's not a good choice. I think I was just reading like as if he wouldn't go to ledge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cool. So like you're thinking that like somewhere between here and here he can side B, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
Because you're basically doing the inhale to cover this, right?
Exactly.
So I see an easier way to cover this.
Okay.
So when you're on the platform, instead of dropping through facing forward, we drop through facing backwards.
Okay.
And then we
We do like a falling bear or something, and then it'll auto cancel. So nice, and then
we
just
don't have
in case we have another bear.
Well, no. So like we're not gonna auto cancel it because we're just like falling.
Okay.
We're just descending with it. So we're gonna So from here we're gonna be like this is Kirby, and this is like where we start. This is where we finish, and we just put out our back air. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it like covers this entire space because it's like hits low on our body, comes down like boom, boom. The other thing that we can do is we can wave dash off. So we could like turn around and then wave dash off this way.
Yeah.
And then like back here like that. So like same idea. It's just over here.
Okay.
And then
is there? I think one thing that'll help me. I'll probably sit down and just like do a whole bunch of analysis, but I need to understand the different types of edge guard situations, in like a sort of like a flowchart way, and I don't have that.
Yeah.
Do you have suggestions?
Well, so this is actually a good opportunity for us to do that. So let's start with this. Why do like you're trying to use the inhale here to cover an illusion. He shines there.
Yeah.
So if we had done the back air on stage and he did that, where would we be at this point? So we know, so we're going to get rid of this. Like, I'm going to save this and send it to you, and then we'll get rid of some of these. And we'll kind of, like, map this out a little bit. So let's get rid of... We're going to, in this hypothetical, we are going to do this back air. So this one here. And we're going to land about here. Like, right at the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
This is going to be our starting position of 1. So he goes down to here. And then, let me just rewind this a bit so I can see how everyone lines up. Okay, we hit him... on this one, good shield, good movement. This is good. Okay, cool. So we have just landed here with back air to cover this illusion, basically. The illusion we think is coming. So we're here, he's here. So this would be our 1. This would be our 2 actually, and he's now moved here. Has his somewhere over like a little bit to the right, maybe around here, to his 2, because this is his 1, that's his 2. So what do we do from here? We've just had this, like, we've just seen him do this. What are his options?
He's probably not going to do another shine, right? Because it's just going to cut off his options. So he could do a side B from there, or he could do the up B, and then he can do the up B. Randall is around here. He could do some weird up angle up B, or try to go to Randall. He can go to Plat. It's like side plat. He could try to go for like high plat. He can go straight to ledge. He can go a little bit inwards from like behind Kirby or try to hit Kirby.
Can he get to the platform? I don't think he can. Not with it. Like I think he just barely misses it.
Sorry. Yeah. I think when he did the shine, I think maybe he could have, but since he's done this double jump, no, I don't think he can get to side plat. I think he
Oh,
might be able to get to top plat.
you're thinking with like the illusion, right?
Right, so when he's at 2, right, because he shine and he does this double jump.
Oh, it's right, because he can go above the side platform, so he's really more like up
Yes.
here. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, I misunderstood. My bad. So we'll put his 2 up here as it's supposed to be. That's A-okay.
Okay.
So, my bad. He's now in the right spot. What does he do from here? Like, what do we do with Kirby, and what do, like, yeah, what is he at? What do you think he does?
So when this happens, when I'm playing thoughtful, I'm really just guessing. Will they go to ledge? Will they go to side plat, or I guess whatever, into the stage? Will they go to the ground, try to go for some nil, or will they try to hit Kirby, who's also on the stage typically?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha. How high does Kirby's full hop go again?
It will reach top plat at the high part of the slant, but not at the deep part of the slant. So we'll have to do a double jump.
Oh, but like he can't go. So he. Wait, sorry. You said that he can't. We can't hit top plat. No, we can hit top plat, but not.
So you see how Yoshi has the slant? It depends
Yeah.
on which part of the slant we're on.
Will
So
we
for
go
right,
above-
like
I'm asking if we can go above the side plat.
with the full hop, no. Well, the bear hitbox will reach above because of its size, but Kirby will not land on the full hop with the full hop on the plat.
Gotcha. That's fine. So all I need to know is like, will we be able to hit like here?
I think so. Maybe a little lower, but yeah, generally, yeah.
Okay, so like here.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Okay, and his illusion takes him what, like across the, like basically it moves him forward like this into our move.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so then Kirby's 3, in my opinion, is we full hop backwards.
Okay.
Because we've now aligned ourselves with Fox's double jump height. So now we
Okay.
just have to jump towards him and fall with him, and he's dead.
Okay.
Do you see how that works? Or do it, like, tell me why we're like this, but, because, like, what happens if Fox illusions here?
I mean, he'll just get hit. It'll be a strong bear straight to the face, and then he's 55. He'll go flying. He might die.
Yeah, and if he DIs in, we just combo another one, because, yeah.
Exactly.
So what if he up Bs?
So this is tricky.
Is it?
I'm not sure what to do. Because now I'm in the air. I'm not by ledge as much. I think he still would be forced to either go in or go to ledge, or go to plat, go to ledge, or go to stage underneath plat or something like that.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. So you're letting him do the up, like, move with the up B.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have enough time after the first one. I might be able to move towards him and do this. I don't know.
Yeah, you can definitely hit him. So remember, he's here, right? And you're full hopping backwards this way. So what you're doing, what this jump has done is Firefox has like 42 frames of startup before he even moves. 42. That is a long time, and there's from 33 to 42 there's no hitbox.
Okay.
So like what we're doing is like we're just jumping backwards. And that's why we're actually jumping towards him, because like this is why we're back jumping towards him, so we can hit this.
Okay.
Because if we do it in place, we can't. But what we're doing is like we're jumping here. If we don't see Fox, we're probably moving really more like at this angle, because we're like going as far back as we possibly can. The idea here is that if we see Fox illusion, we just automatically bear, and if he doesn't do that, then we fall with him at this kind of angle, like towards him, and then as soon as we see this, we just double jump bear towards him, because this will allow us to cover the up B. Like this initial, by aligning ourselves with him off stage, we're able to just fall with him in illusion, because he could also like fall, right? Like he could fall to here.
Yeah.
He could fall to here and then illusion at this point, but it doesn't matter, because as long as we're aligned with his initial like full hop with his double jump height the first time, then all we have to do is just falling back here with him.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter. Because you see what I mean? Like this is the flow.
Yeah.
This is the flow chart. We are aligning him. We are aligning our body with our jump using our jump, and then we're just putting out our powerful move reactively to his fast option, or we're like going into him aggressively on his passive option.
Right.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And it seems like if there's like a general principle, correct me if I'm wrong, the principle is stay aligned with the fox horizontally and sort of preemptively put out bears to cover the side B, and then maybe if you miss something, the up B, stuff like that. Is that the idea?
Yeah, you don't necessarily put out the attack preemptively. Like it depends on like the situation, but yeah, like here you totally could because he's off stage and he doesn't have his jump anymore.
Okay.
The other thing that can happen, like what this really harkens to, I would say, is what I affectionately call order of operations. Order of operations is the alignment step with Fox's with where Fox is has to do with the startup time of his two recoveries. So Falco and Fox, like their up Bs move on 43, but their illusions work on 21, or if Falco, 17. So, or if Falco 17. So these are the startup times before they move. So he would move. So Fox moves on 22. Falco moves on 18. Fox's up B moves him on 43. So, because we know that the illusion always happens first, this is why we're aligning our position preemptively to intercept that. Then, if this doesn't happen, we know this has happened. Because if he can't make it to the stage with air dodge, we know this is what comes next. So then we are like, this is why we also like, so if we can go off stage towards him, because he's close enough, awesome. If not, then usually we cover usually the structure is a little bit more like we make a wall here. And then like if he goes up, then we try to then move from here to cover these options. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so if the spacing allows for the side B to work, we typically want to cover the side B first.
Yes.
Right, that's what we want to be aligned with. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we're covering his side B usually works in this kind of works in this kind of area. Like this, these are some of the spots he can go to, and maybe it's further back, but this is basically the area we need to defend. So this is the area we focus on defending first, and we do it by aligning our body with him. And then if that doesn't happen, it means he has up B. So then we go up, then we deal with up B afterwards. Depending on what Fox can do to make this tricky, because Fox is full of tricks. What he can do that's difficult to beat. I'm just gonna get rid of a bunch of this, but I've already saved the image, so it's all good. What Fox can do to make our life hell is there's this in-between zone where we're not really quite able to jump off and hit his up B, if he side Bs. You've probably seen Cody, if you've ever watched Cody Schwab play, you might know this distance, so it's around this area. See what I mean? If we go for, if we cover the illusion in this spot, he can still, illusion cancel across the side here, which is, which is annoying. So we have to, kind of, invest a lot into, guarding this territory. That usually means we're going to stay on stage, we're going to do stuff around here. There's that more emphasis on, this choke point, and this choke, and the sweet spot, because this is, also available from here with the fast fall. So we have to guard this area, really heavily. Knowing that, what they often do is they play for this spot and then they up B here. If they start doing that, then we might have to take a read, because we can't just let them up B with this recovery position every single time. It's too difficult to edge guard on reaction, while doing everything. But this is also a fairly specific spot or set of spots that are kind of in this area. So that's that's the other factor here. This is a very specific position that they can play for. We can either try to hit them out of so far that they can't use it. Because again, if we hit them, say, oh, I don't know, over here. If we hit them over here, it's not a problem. But or over here, it's definitely not a problem. But yeah. So there's this sweet spot where it is a problem, but yeah, we can either combo differently and try to greed more hits before hitting them off stage, or we can just assume that if they can do this, they will. So then we go off early with back airs and actually attack this spot on a read. Does that make sense, or does it sound like gobbledygook?
No, I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Right. So what I think you're saying is there is a spot where if we're trying to occupy the red choke points, right? Mm-hmm. The Fox can't, right? So because we're moving down, typically, The Fox could go up, right? And then it's too hard to get to on reaction. At least as Kirby and probably other characters. And so that's the sort of like, okay, if we can get them further out, then it's not as much of an issue because they can't get that. They're going to have to come closer to the choke points anyways. But if they're in that weird region, if they appear to double jump that way, then we have to read, right? Because they create too many options to counter. I guess not too many to counter, but too many to counter like necessarily. So it
Yeah.
becomes like a toss up.
Yeah, and there's some nuance to it. Like you could if he's over here and depending on where your starting point is, like this position where like where we can't cover everything, it does change. It does shift. Like if we're starting on the platform, then that's fine. Like that's a-okay because this is actually fine to cover from the platform because we can short hop backwards or like wave dash off backwards, and then we're like aligned with the illusion properly. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
But if we're
Yeah.
starting from the floor, like we can't do that here because if we jump up to like hit him and he comes down like this, then like we lose our edge guard. So there's
Right.
like a little bit of there's a little bit of like a positional dependency here in whether or not these things work or not. But it's more to just make you aware of the fact that there are going to be positions that are like really difficult to cover with this style of edge guard, and they have to do with like where the character's starting points are, their height off stage, their distance. Because like if he's here too, like even if he has like the right height, being over here he's too close. We could just like even from the floor we can just full hop back or into him. It's when they're too far for this to work. So like around here, and then but also like too high that like. That we can, yeah, like it's just like a function of height and distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like and this is not a Kirby thing. This is a floaties thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like before somebody's like, "Oh, Kirby sucks because of this." The Peach players can't do this either. Like, so here's my question: why are we not up tilting him?
Because I'm just going for the down throw. That's why. And the side throw is a total execution flub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not deliberate. Yeah, that's why I went, ugh.
No worries.
Yeah.
If this is just a flub, then I would say that like fair enough, these things happen. One thing I would ask, what is your like? So what's the idea? What's like the thought process with this tech chase pattern? Like with this tech chase setup, like what are you trying to like? What are you doing with it?
So something I need to know is when will certain moves kill off plats, right? So when he goes to the right, I'm looking at it now, and it's like it would have been really nice had I done like a down smash, and then just like did like a tipper down smash and send him off for another edge guard. But I'm not thinking that, and I'm probably a little nervous that I'm gonna get the inner hitbox. The up tilt makes sense, up tilt and then into a bear, right? If he goes in, I might be able to get him with an up air. But what I'm thinking of is like, okay, just like rack up more percent so that I can be somewhat more certain that like maybe an F tilt or a down smash will just kill rather than be an edge guard setup. But it's something I don't know. It's like a knowledge thing, and it's like, okay, I need to know this percent. When will it actually kill?
So
Does that make sense?
kind of like the one question I'd have is like, why are we doing back air after the up tilt?
Yeah, the back air is an execution error. It's supposed to be a down throw.
No. I'm asking if we up tilted here.
Oh, back air. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we up air after.
Yeah. So I think if I do the up tilt, yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm nervous about. So that's something I should maybe work on too. Is like reverse up air, right? Or there probably is enough time to just turn around and get the up air as well. But yeah, I think I'm not thinking about reverse up air. I'm thinking about let me just get him to a decent up tilt point to go for the bear. If he is behind me, and then if he goes in front, I'll go for an up air. But that probably is the wrong way to think. I think I understand how reverse hitboxes work on some level, right? In Uncle Punch, there's like a little symbol, and basically if you hit the opponent and the symbol is like in front of you or something like that, then then you'll send them towards like in the forward direction or the normal direction, and then if they are hit from behind, then it'll be a reverse hitbox. I think it's something I probably maybe just need to like practice more, is like just looking and knowing I'm going to get the reverse hitbox on demand or wanting to get it on demand.
So I would say that like the big thing here is let me think here. How do I put this? To me, the way I would look at this situation is that we just had Fox tech near no tech near this near this bit of the platform. So knowing that, it's not really a matter of like whether or not the up tilt is just going to hit Fox on the. It's not really like a reverse hit so much as it's just hitting Fox on like a different side of his body, like. We're also already like lined up perfectly for the up tilt as well, like because he's behind us. So I just don't know why we would do anything else. Like it's just gonna hit him like on this side of him. Yeah. Like what? Like there's when you're talking about reverse hits here. I guess my question is like what do you mean reverse hit? Like it's just going to like there's a line down Fox kind of where like if let me make this. So right now Fox is here, right? This is his character model. So there's a line that runs down the middle of him, roughly. And it's probably not quite that big. This is probably more accurate to what Fox is right now. There's kind of a line that runs down the middle of him. Anything that we hit on this side will send him like, in a trajectory, and the other side will ascend in the other trajectory. So like up tilt won't. It's just gonna treat him as like sending him to the like. It's gonna treat him like sending him to the right if we hit him here.
Yeah, so the reverse... So what I think I should have done, is an up tilt, and then into, I guess, an up air. The reason I suggested before, right, I'm just racking up percent so that I can be maybe more certain, is that if I get a back air, so like imagine like I up tilt, right, and then he's DIing in a way that doesn't bring him to the left, right? That's what I'm imagining. And so in that situation, I'm thinking, oh, I'll go for back air instead in that situation.
Yeah.
And so
1 second. Let's say, so this is where up tilt, so in this spot, this is where up tilt hits him. Like, let's get rid of this second move. So this is where up tilt hits him on these like different DIs.
Right. You see how it goes to the other side? That's what I'm thinking about. Is like it maybe goes to the other side.
So like inwards, like here?
No. That it sends them outwards.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay. So then we like hit. So then the idea. So I guess the question is like, what do we do after that, right?
Right. And so I'm thinking, okay, there's a space where I would be. So if he goes too far out, I don't know if I'll be able to actually hit him. If he holds too far out with the up tilt. And so what I'm thinking, I'm not saying I'm correct, but what I was thinking is like, okay, there is a space where he holds out. And he's still in position to get hit, but it might be awkward to hit him with the up air if he's behind me. So I'll just do the back air. That's what I'm thinking.
No, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. What I'm noticing here though is that like he's just dead. Like the back air still kills him. I
don't know if do I have enough time to connect the back air?
You have
if he goes that far out.
You have like 57 frames to like get there.
Okay.
Or sorry, 61 frames to get there. So yeah, no, I'm reasonably confident we got this.
Okay.
Because like let me ask you, how do you think you move out there and get him? Actually, you know what? Let's do this together. Open Uncle Punch for me. We're gonna figure this out.
All right. Here, let me do that.
Yeah.
Loading it right now.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. Let's see, share your screen. I'll just do the other screen. Right.
Perfect. So here's what I want. Okay. Let's take Fox on Yoshi's. And then like we're gonna put him in. We're just gonna like move him over there. We don't need him in knockdown because we're gonna just put his percentage to 77. 78 is fine.
Oh my god. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's left on the D-pad, right?
It's right on the D-pad.
Okay, I'm pushing right. There we go.
Okay, so let's actually save here. Move him a little bit more to the side just to so we don't have as much runway. Yeah, because this is yeah, that's perfect. Where you turn around, excellent. And now what we want to do is let's use right on the D-pad to save here. And then we're gonna put his DI to custom.
To view option. All right.
And then we're gonna do just let me just confirm in Uncle Pot. No, in I need data. Yep, right to the right, just straight to the right.
Both sticks or just analog?
Just analog. It doesn't matter
Okay.
for this, and then that's fine. And then let's turn Smash DI frequency off.
Okay, and I'll just push start to leave this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Smash the
Frequency. One above.
frequency.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
And now let's try to up tilt back air this guy, or up tilt whatever
go.
this guy, because you'd be facing the other way. We want a sweet spot.
All right.
Try wave dashing back off the platform.
Yeah. So me.
Wave dash off backwards and then double jump there.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. So something to grind.
Or you could jump off and actually just try turning around dash jumping off the other way and full hop up airing him.
Okay. Oops. Right, he's gonna go there. Okay, so
Yeah, it's gonna be fast. You
Oh
have
my
to even jump soon, jump immediately. Not wave dash off,
Oh my God.
just turn around dash.
oh my god. Huh.
So
Oh.
remember, you're full
Come
hopping,
around.
so you can you don't have to so dash jumps I'm noticing.
Okay.
Dash jump, so dash jump I think is something that this is actually good because this means that there's something to work on technically. Because
Okay.
I think that this is hittable. I just think that we're not going quick enough.
So okay. Do I want to hit him before he does the spot dodge or just hit him?
You want to just hit him.
Okay.
You don't want to hit it. You don't want to air dodge. You're trying to combo this.
Okay. So. Okay.
So do you think you can't get there in time?
I think I can practice, and
So-
then I can get there.
When
Yeah.
when are you trying to hit him?
Sure.
Because you're trying to if he can do the air dodge, if he can do the air dodge, then it means that it didn't combo. We're trying to combo
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you think it's possible to hit him? Am I just too slow, or is it actually possible?
Not sure.
Yeah.
What I mean, is it possible? Let me think here. If we want to check possible, what we could do is it probably makes sense to go on FD actually. So we're not trying to because it's going to be really hard to do it here, but we can get a better sense of how far we go and how far he goes on FD. So this will give us at least so we're gonna have him do that, but we're gonna have him go across the stage so we can get a better sense of how the physics work here.
Okay.
Because the whole idea is we needed easier testing ground.
Yeah. So
None,
turn
and
this
then
off.
trajectory DI to the right. Bring him
And
to
then I'll just-
bring him there. That's perfect. And then we'll go
Okay.
on the other side of him and then up tilt.
Like this, or the other side.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, try.
Okay.
So try to do it without the wave dash. Try to do it with just full hop or something, dash full hop.
Yeah.
So it's
I just did it.
so it's tight.
Just tight. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What are we talking?
So what I would say here is,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's definitely It's definitely possible. Can you get it with up air? Can you get it with up air? Probably up air looks like it's probably ambitious, but forward air definitely works.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we've learned something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you wave dashing into these?
I don't have to. So for the fair, I don't have to.
Okay, cool.
But it's easier for me to do so. I think.
Could you wave dash into back air?
Sure.
Try wave dashing into reverse back air.
Yeah, I'll need to. So I don't have my. Yeah, so I'm doing these shallow wave dashes. I think If they were longer, maybe. Yeah,
But fair works. Like the main
yeah,
thing here
fair
is
work. Yeah,
fair works. So
yeah,
perfect. So what we have learned here is that if we want to take the up tilt, even if they DI like for like off stage, we can totally get them. So that's worth knowing. The other thing that we've learned is like maybe it actually makes more sense. With how difficult the up air is to get after that up, and we're not even sure if it's possible. Maybe it
right.
makes more sense to like dash shield drop up air, or dash or like shield drop like double jump back air, right? Because we could also
Yeah,
do those on the side platform, and those would lead to like very reliable, consistent finishers too. Like we don't
yeah,
necessarily have to like tech chase with like a particular option because we have other options available.
yeah,
And like back air or up air at like 77 is still gonna like lead to a lot. Is still gonna be pretty good at the end of the day, right?
yeah,
Let's head back to the
yeah.
match.
Sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
I
this happened.
apologize.
This is just a thing that happens. But like, I think with that in mind, knowing that it's like, oh nice, final cutter. No. Wait, do you get this? Maybe you do. Actually, yeah,
I
you're
don't
pretty.
remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But what do you think I'm gonna say we should have done?
Um, a down tilt or
Yeah,
a bear or something else. Yeah,
down tilt, down tilt. Like,
yeah,
look at how slow this is.
yeah.
Like he definitely got there first. Like the thing is, your inhale comes out on what, like 18.
Yeah.
So you hear that ding before.
Yeah.
That means that he started his before you have. So he's almost always going to get
Okay.
there first because he moves on
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just down tilt. This is just down tilt
Yeah.
or grab the edge because he, like once like how do you know what to do here? Like what tells you what you do here after you hit this final cutter? What is the thing you're watching for? Because you'll notice you're following him with him, right?
Yes. Yeah. 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 I think he has to do a side. I think he doesn't have to do a side B. Um, but he spent a double jump. I'm pretty sure.
He did.
So he has to do a special move. Randall's going out. I'm probably thinking he's gonna do a side B, and then it's a matter of at what height. And so that's why I'm coming down with the continuous hitbox. Um, I think I probably could react. It's like 20 something frames, right? The ding comes out, and then Fox moves in like frame 20,
22.
22.
Yep.
That's when he starts moving. So I usually, I sometimes will react to the ding and then do the down tilt or go for a down smash. I think I'm worried that he might tech it, um, but it's not the big, then I have to do it again, but that's fine. That's what I'm thinking.
He can't tech this. If you like, remember, your down tilt is like sticks out over the stage. In order for him to tech this, he has to enter tumble, and I don't think he does at 98. But even if he does, he has to get past. He has to like get. He's not touching the stage when he gets hit by this.
Yeah, then it might be a thing that sometimes maybe I do it too slow. Um, if I do it, yeah, okay. I'll do more down tilts and try to space it or time it better. It might be that I do it too slow and then they're hitting the wall when I do it. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's like an SDI input that lets them get to the wall. Um, but definitely I'll just do more down tilt. Or I'll have to try it more and just get more comfortable with it.
I have a feeling that if you usually down smash here, right?
I mix it up. There's not a real consistency.
So do you notice that they tech on the down tilt or the down smash or both?
They definitely tech the down smash. I think sometimes they tech the down tilt.
But it's probably like super high, like 120 or plus, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like we haven't down tilt doesn't put him into tumble yet, so it can't be teched yet because it just doesn't have that property activated yet because it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you had jabbed him here, like let's say that let's say you're on Randall and you just like jabbed him here into the wall. Can he tech that?
I thought so, but you're making me think otherwise.
Gotcha. So, in order for something to be techable, it has to have a certain amount of knockback. If it doesn't put you into knockdown, it is not techable. Just straight up. So moves
Okay.
that are weak are actually better for edge guarding certain recoveries like this one because they are not techable. This is why Sheik's needles are so good. It's why her soft bear is so good. It's why Kirby's soft back air is so good. It's why his down tilt's so good. A low knockback is like actually preferred for forcing people low and for when people are hugging the wall. So I would say if it doesn't D tilt not techable. No, D tilt not techable. D tilt not tech. Like, how do we know this is not a D tilt? How do we know this is a D tilt position? Not techable. Not enough. Not techable. What's the knockdown percent for down tilt? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. I can pull it up real fast. Right, just go to fight core.
I'm just gonna do this right here in INI data. So,
Okay.
111.
Okay.
So below 111.
On Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that'll be higher on Falco, like a little higher on Falco, even higher on Marth, even higher on Marth and Falcon. Like, not techable, Fox below 111. Then we'd also say lined up, so Fox can't, no jump, can't go above stage, no jump. Fox, no jump, Fox can't go above us. Can't illusion above.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is
this makes so much more sense. I didn't realize that because with down smash, I mean, yeah, down smash is knocking down in the 20s.
Yeah. So this this answers the question I had about like why, because I remember we had this come up in a previous game versus Vu, and I was like, so why are we going for why are we going for down smash here? And you were like, I don't know. And I was like, it just has a good duration. And I was like, yeah, but like he can survive it. And I'm now realizing you didn't realize that he could survive it because you thought he could, or rather you didn't realize that there was a distinction there based on like that. This makes so much more sense. That's cool. No, like these knowledge gaps, they're a thing. I'm glad we figured this one out because this is this is a huge one. I'm actually way more impressed that like you've gotten as far as you have without knowing that, because like that is kind of like a huge part of edge guarding. Like, yeah, it's why, like, Marth's down tilt, when it weak hits, is so good for edge guarding, because, like, you just, like, it pushes them low, they can't tech it, it just sets up for his power hits, in like, his good hits, in spots where, like, their tech ability is no longer an issue, because he's, like, used the down tilt to, like, push them away and create that spot. That's a really big thing with Kirby, because you can imagine, like, you just nudge them away gently, then you go off and back air them.
Yeah. And so so sometimes I do the down tilt, and like if you've seen it, I'll do like down tilt into dare or something. But I'm only doing it because of like the reach. I'm not doing it because of techable and non-techable. So this helps. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, Fox, I hate you. Okay, whatever. So let's say like in this position, let's say he has his jump. Like let's say he still has his jump when he goes off. I know he doesn't, but like whatever. Yeah. So if you hit him here, and he had his jump as you're falling down, what do you think what do you think some of the stuff you could have done is? Like because he can double jump up to try to grab the edge, like, but you've got the slope there. He could jump away. Like where do you think you go, I guess? So
intuitively I did come down with him, right? So I'm probably gonna just watch him. So I come down. This is like a little jab. I think I was covering something. I don't know.
I think you thought he was gonna get knocked down here, so you were trying to reset him. Because he got hit by landing fair. Yeah.
And then that falling fair is just a reflex, I guess. Maybe to cover the side B. Maybe it's like a bad choice. But maybe I thought, I'm still in the lag of the jab, so I need to put something out sooner as I'm coming down. But yeah, I just want to be down there. And then now if he does side B, right? I mean, it's too late for the inhale. So I'm probably going to go for a down tilt or a down smash. If I think he's going to do the side B. And I'm probably waiting for the ding mentally. which I don't hear because he dies.
True. So like, let's actually formalize something here, because this is an important part about gimping in the matchup. That's like that I think will give you a more appreciation for the down tilt. So a lot of like what gimping and like these early game kills, like assuming he has his jump here, comes down to is just like having having good coverage with like what we're doing generally. So down tilt I think is almost always the play here, just because it's so much more efficient. Like if we go here and we put out this down tilt, he can jump up into it and like just and die, because like yeah, after we hit him with this thing, we probably just inhale him or whatever, and there's nothing he can do about it. Like we have like a lot of ways to kill him in this position if we knock him into like this spot, right? Like we can agree on that. Like he's cooked. But so what often happens is
wait. There is something that sometimes happens. This is what you're telling me, right? So this is something I have to like internalize. In my mind, he techs the down tilt, or he doesn't die from it, so I have to like keep edge guarding him from below. But actually, no, he can't tech the down tilt.
So he's forced
I'm
here.
wrong. Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
then,
cool.
like, if he jumps over here, because because we've down tilted him, your down tilt completes on like what, like 24, 26, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, so we down tilt here and we miss because he's jumped over here. If he illusions, what do we do?
It's another down tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we cover this too. So like this, like, and down smash doesn't let us do that because of its end lag.
Yeah.
So like this is like this is our 1. If he goes like, this would be our 1. It's also our 2 if he goes here, because like this is like, if this is his 1, and then this is his 2. Yeah, we just get him. Similarly, if he comes up immediately, this gets him here. Like, the other thing that might happen is, and this is the order of operations I'm talking about, because like if he jumps up over here and has like these recovery angles, like in this spot, and like if he up Bs here, for example, right? He could do this, he could do this, but like we can still turn around in that time after we miss the down tilt, and then or like grab the edge or whatever and set up back airs. Like we still have it. It's not a guaranteed edge guard probably, but we still have game in this like general area, because like we have our back air wall to work with.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, so this is really like where a lot of this is when I talk about order of operations. This is really like the ideal here, because what we're doing is we're using efficiency to like force them off certain options, and by checking the ones that they can do first.
Okay.
Which is why we cover the double jump sweet spot, then we deal with the illusion, then we deal with this.
Okay.
Boom,
Makes sense.
boom, boom. Exactly. I understand why you're doing that inhale, but please just grab him. Like, like please just walk and crouch and grab, like it, or wave dash and grab. Like, it's fine. Like, these confirms are really important. So like,
yes, they are. Yeah.
Like this 1000% is a free grab.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So I would also say that one thing you want to do against this character.
Do I? Oh my god.
Okay. No. This is good. So like when he comes out of this, I would have just like. I think we need something faster or something, or like some silly nonsense. So
like bear?
What do you think about another inhale?
Oh my god. I think I was still like emotionally like, fuck, Randall. Yeah, another inhale would have been great. Yeah, I didn't see him falling, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Oh shit, I'm not good. So I don't know how many frames it was, but yeah, another inhale would have been perfect.
So actually, know what it is? Back air.
Yeah, back air, yeah, also good.
Back air, then run off inhale.
Yeah.
Right? Because like you back air in here, then he like goes here, because it's like the weak hit. Yeah, I think that actually just kills him.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He doesn't have a double jump. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So like this is another spot with like edge guarding that we want to be like more aware of, because like so this spot here, when Fox is coming up and we're turned around like this, this is a key moment, because this is like a cue to back air. So what are some factors because we're not going to usually set this up off inhale, but like what are some factors we have at work here to know that back air is the move here?
Yeah, so I guess this is normally an unintuitive edge guard for me, and dare or falling inhale is normally what I do, but I think I'm not like, I think the inhale will be too slow, to be honest.
And we know that dare comes out the same time as inhale, so like if inhale's too slow, then dare is probably also too slow.
Right, exactly. Which is probably why I do this drift in dare, because I'm expecting like, okay, they're definitely gonna land. Let me at least do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bear is a better choice. The indicator for it,
where's Fox?
I guess looking at this now, like I'm looking at this, I'm seeing like, okay, Fox is going to spend a double jump. They can only come straight up, which means they must interact. Well, assuming they don't wall jump, they must interact with the wall. I know Randall has just gone in, right? So the only options Fox has is come straight up with the double jump, and don't do anything with a B. That'd be silly. Or they're going to wall jump and then try to side B back in. Those are really, I think, their only meaningful choices. All of those have to interact with the bear wall. If they do the wall jump into side B, that's plenty of time to land and do a down tilt or something. So
I see.
that can bear.
I understand now where the disconnect is. You think Fox only has defensive options here. No.
They could up air?
Fox could absolutely attack you. Are you kidding me? Like, if he double jump shines you over here...
You think they will get it soon enough?
Absolutely. Let's play it. Let's play the tapes.
No, I believe you. I'm just okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's what
like, are you kidding me?
Hey. Sakurai, why?
Yeah, no, he gets there like 10 times out of 10. Like, are you kidding?
Okay.
Like, we're so dead if he does that. Like, so this is what I mean. Like, you think that Fox only has offensive options, but like, no, like, so if Fox comes up here and just goes here and shines on his one,
and there's no Randall to come save me, and I've spent 2 jumps now.
Yeah, so Fox is, if we make Fox black because he's evil, or he's evil, but like not in, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna add this out. Anyway, Fox comes up here and shines. And what does Kirby do? He doesn't, like, if we down-aired, we're like, that's our 2. Like, he's there way too soon. So yeah, this is a speed problem. This is 1000% a speed problem. So
okay.
How do we know it's a speed problem? We know he jumped here. We know his jump finishes here. So what is the indicator? And where
the only thing that I can do that will be meaningful is bear, right? Or I have to wave land onto stage, but then I just give up my position.
Right, so where does our bear cover? It makes this red line, doesn't it, right?
Yeah.
And he has to come up into that red line in order to recover.
Right.
And he only has, it's really the travel time. So, like, we're here right now. So, like, this is where Kirby is. This is where Fox is. We do not have enough time for anything else because of this distance.
Yeah.
Like, this is entirely what the problem is. No other problem, like, nothing else is really going on here. It's just we need speed. So we need to cover this area like our life depends on it, because it, like, quite literally does.
It does, yeah.
So, this is how we know it's a back air. So bear, because Fox is close. Fox is close. Double jump, close to us. And his double jump puts him on stage.
Yeah.
Because if he can, because, like, this is how people like edgeguard. This will also work versus Falco. The other thing here is this is actually uniquely one of the few situations where percent doesn't matter actually all that much. Because we do this back here whether he's at like 180, whether he's at like 20, whether he's at 74.
Yeah, he doesn't have a double jump. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or if he lands, whatever, okay, fine. But he doesn't have to land.
Right, and the other thing I would say here is that Kirby is aligned. Kirby aligned over. Kirby is aligned over edge. Over edge stage. Over edge going. Moving to stage. Hey.
Yeah.
Because, like, these are the 3 factors we need to have for this back air to be the play. But, like, yeah, I would say even just like the last 2. Are, like, very good arguments to do back air here. Because you don't need all 3 of them, but these are, like, indicators we can use to know that it's probably this.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is how. So, I think that we learned a lot today. I think that this was a very productive set to look. Like, I think this the game. Well, we didn't get through the set, but I think this was a very productive game to look at. What are your thoughts? How did you feel of this went?
I think it went well. I think we revealed. So okay, right. So we revealed. I think errors are like things I don't know, and I'm still internalizing. I think you made a comment last time we played. I'm still learning how to play the game. I think you're correct. Am I still sharing my screen? Oops, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Anyway, yeah, there are things I'm still learning. I don't know this game. I haven't found a nice manual. I have like some things people have written, but there's so much I still don't know. And so every time we interact, I am learning things, but it does take me a little bit to internalize them. And so one of the big ones you pointed out to me was like the usage of bear to wall out, especially against floaties, and how that turns into a game plan. And then, boom, that just like led to a waterfall. Also the threat distribution from our Falco with the parts the first time we like met recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so those two things, they were just like led to a waterfall of realizations. And then I just like jumped up like 2 ranks and I feel so much more confident in my play. And and I got top 8 at a local in Boulder
That's
recently. I got 7th
amazing.
place. Yeah, so that is just true. I just don't know how to play the game not in a mean way. I just don't. Not in a lazy way either. I think
No,
this
you're a hard
session.
worker. You're a really hard worker. I respect the hell out of you for it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The down tilt, yeah, I have to. The thing now is like these things we talked about are still unintuitive to me. They have to be internalized. That's just going to take time. And I may need to like review. If you do post this video, I'm sure I'll notice because I'm subscribed to your YouTube. I'll
Nice.
definitely have to rewatch it a few times, to just like pick up on different stuff and take notes. I definitely have a lot of notes that I took anyways. I think what I'm going through right now is a sort of like, okay, I need to coalesce everything I'm learning into plans, but then I'm also learning I don't know how to play the game, and I'm learning new things, and so I almost have to re-undermine my plans. So this is helpful. It doesn't feel too fast. It just feels like I need to figure out what to do to organize everything I'm learning. That's what I feel like. So it's as if I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think it'll be fine. I just have to like synthesize into like I have to coalesce into plans, if that
So,
makes sense.
yeah, so one thing I would say is like the order of operations and like how we position based off that is a really useful concept in general, I think, for organizing game plans, because what it really is it's identifying what happens first in an interaction or like in a system, and then planning planning your progressions based on that. So like
Right.
I would also say that a lot of positional advantage and positional advantage works that way too, because like if we think about how we did that, how we structured that hypothetical GIMP situation, like in the second last thing diagram we made, it's all
Yeah.
like it's covering the immediate double jump first. Then if they don't do the double jump, then we're dealing with the illusion. And then if we don't deal with the illusion, then we're dealing with like the up B. But there's also a second form of order of operations that happens after we get the hit. Because after we get the hit, they might do certain things after that. Like he's going to drop low a little bit. So then we have to like set ourselves up for the hit. We have to then make sure that we have a follow through. Like, so how that might look is like we hit the down tilt, he goes low. We then turn around back, like we turn around and like grab ledge. Then it's like falling weak hit back air, double jump strong hit back air, grab edge, falling weak hit back air, like you see what I mean? Like there's kind of a process with depleting the
Yeah.
height off the fox until he dies,
Yeah.
that we can be very systematic about, but it's built on having like a method that allows us to like efficiently like move into the next steps consistently, because
Yeah.
the worst thing that can happen to a lot of players in these kinds of spots is they go for like a big like all-in push to kill some fox out of desperation, and then they realize the fox is just barely going to make it back, they get shine
Yep.
spiked, and they're
And then you
unhappy.
get reverse. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is not uncommon to me. I think, and so part of it is like, so that has happened to me. It's not uncommon. If it happens to me like tomorrow or in an hour, I won't be surprised. The reason I think I do it is because I lack an understanding of the order of operations, right? So because so things be so right. So it's sort of the choice to go out there and make a deeper edge guard is really based on like playing so fast and on vibe it's not. It might be calculated, but it's miscalculated because there's not an understanding of order of operations.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so weird. I do that in scraps. Like I feel much more comfortable scrapping and like playing a weird order of operations or something like that in that. But I don't do it with my edge guards.
Yeah,
So
so I think like I said, the intuitive parts of your game are quite good. Like I do notice that there is structure forming. Like I noticed that you started going for grabs more on the side platforms and stuff and doing tech chases there. Even if there was like a mistake on one of them, this fact that you still went for like a repeat tech chase in that spot like makes a ton of sense. Especially when we clarified that my up tilt idea probably isn't actually optimal there because we don't actually get the up air on a lot of common DIs. So I think that for you, the biggest things that I would focus on is just basic like I would say if you have any questions about advantage state, like short questions about advantage state or structure, send them my way. But I would encourage you to try to like think of what happens in an interaction in what order. So like if somebody is above you, like when you're sharking them, for example, why do we put our like at first they're gonna come down, like the first thing that they could do is like fast fall into us with like let's say you're sharking like a Samus or something, right?
yeah,
The first thing that they could do is come down with like a nair, right? Like a fast fall
yeah,
nair. So maybe
yeah.
so how do we counter that? We probably put a back air there early in the way because we can't react, like that's going to be a difficult thing to react to. So we start with that. Then on the next, what's the next thing that they could do if they see us doing that? Well, they could bomb, right? So what does that
Yeah.
tell us about how we should do the back air, and what we should be doing after? So maybe it's like we drift into her, but not so close that like that we actually hit the bomb because that's going to give her a jump. We want her to incur the end lag on that. So
Okay.
we're like being mindful of the bomb, very demure, but it's just making sure that we stay outside of like certain zones what as part of our spacing based on what they could do next. So the narrow like we deal with first. Then we also bake into that spacing, keeping a little bit away from her bomb. Then if she does something else, like if she double jumps, then we're really happy that we kept away from the bomb because then we can fall and realign ourselves with our like with the peak of her jump with our next double jump bear. So like it's just kind of like that's kind of how we're building this out. I don't know if this makes tons of sense, but it's the same idea as what we're doing here. But it's like what things can't we react to? We cover those first,
Yeah.
and then we go from there.
They make sense. I do them in scraps, right? Especially like if like on Falcon, like okay, so Kirby's Dare, like Drillingly Dare is really good, especially if you cross up on shield on certain characters like Ganon or Falcon. And then you sort of like let's say I cross up with Dare and then my back is facing them and their back is facing me, they're in range for my up tilt. So I could do an up tilt or a turnaround grab. Most Falcons are shocked that they actually are in disadvantage against Kirby. And so after a while, they try things. They might try like a stomp, like a full hop stomp or something like that, or a turnaround grab. But I can crouch, and then if they go for the stomp, I can actually like do some up tilt or space in a weird way so they can't hit me with it. And then I end up sort of looping them through this like fake pillars as Kirby. And then I could always like get out of it and finish it with a bear or an up air or fair or something really ridiculous or another grab. So I have this sort of like vortex that I can put Falcon and Ganon as Kirby really easily. That makes sense to me. Sharking, I've seen Vu talk about it recently, and sharking is unintuitive to me. It's getting there. The way that I've sort of fake thought about sharking is like sometimes if I jump at an opponent as they're trying to recover, they spend a double jump because they're afraid that I'm going to shark them, which makes it easier. Sometimes like with punishing, I've been getting better at that. A lot of people will punish me for like a panic dare, and then I'm stuck in the end lag because I maybe didn't L cancel properly or I didn't auto cancel because I was holding down and I was like panicking, and now they get a free punish on my really laggy move. So I don't do that as much. But then I also watch when they do that, and so like a lot of fighting Marth, in my experience, Marth around my level is with punishing. Same with Samus. A lot of them don't understand the interactions, and so Bear is so good because it's quick and it walls. That's sort of how I fight a lot of Peaches. We talked about this last time as well. So this aspect of order of operations in like a scrap makes sense. Sharking is hard for me, but it's the same thing. It's the same principle. I'm still learning how to think about it. So I think I'm following, but I don't know how to get there quickly. I mean, the way that you articulated the Samus interaction, you sort of have like a count. You're aware, and it's to the point where you can like verbalize it in like a tree of options. And I want to get to that point. I think it'll help me, but I'm not sure how I get there quickly. Besides spending a lot of time writing a lot of documents,
I
I
have a
just don't know.
much simple. I have homework for you then.
Thank
So,
you.
this is what I want you to do. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whip together a quick diagram, just a quick one. So this is gonna be Kirby. We're gonna make him red because I like red Kirby right now, and this is going to be where his back air hits roughly, right?
Okay.
And like it's kind of got a hitbox like around it. It's like mainly here. Cool. So
Okay.
the big thing that I want you to do is sharking is all about the angle of your threat. So I want you to get good at putting the opponent like into about a 60 degree or 70 degree, like not exactly 45. It's not quite there. It's like slightly sharper than that. But I want you to practice getting your opponent into like a 60 to 70 degree angle with this back air. So we want the opponent around here, and we want to either be moving into them, or we want to be falling into they are falling into it. Do you see what I mean here?
Yeah, that's how I sort of will fight Peach. I'm a little afraid of her down air, but that explains the angle you're choosing, and I can see how that works for like some of the sex kicks that you have to avoid with like Samus or Link. So I think I follow.
Yeah, and it'll vary a little bit. Like there will be some variability. Like that's the starting point. There will be times when you actually want to be like more at like this angle as well.
Yeah.
And there will also be times where it is actually better for you to go over and around people. But like there's kind of like different pros and cons to these different starting points. Like this is like if you have more range than the opponent, which you know is rare but it happens, this can be quite good too. But like it's all about we want to figure out how like this is kind of like I guess how do I put this? When you can soft hit, like what you're trying to do a lot of the time is set this up using these two. Because if you can get the opponent into a position where you can like soft hit your back air like this, remember they're gonna get hit, they're gonna go somewhere around here, and then being here at the end of your soft hit back air, you can then are able to double jump up with your strong hit back air. So like this is kind of like where Kirby's like Kirby's like sort of like Jigglypuff-esque like combo game comes into play. It's from setting up these kinds of positions. Now in a lot of characters you can just do it directly from these upwards angles, so when they come at us like this or like this. But this one is like very important, especially with edge guarding and when you're like securing advantage. So I guess the way I would think about it
This
is
is a falling drift in weak back air.
yeah.
Okay.
So what I would say here is like what we want to get good at is this is the main one. This is gonna like this 60 to 7 degree angle one is gonna be what you're gonna do, the one that you spend the most time on. This one is more conditional but does come up, and it's mainly versus lower range characters. And this is the one that comes up when you're ready to kill them. So the idea here is how do we use these two to set up this, like an edge guard of this style, but it's all about this initial angle though. Like this is the number one thing to learn because it is really fundamental to the character.
Okay, so I want to make sure I'm understanding, right? So we have like a 60 degree back air. It doesn't matter if it's strong or weak.
Not really.
Okay. Does it matter if it's rising or falling?
So with this one, it's like against characters with more range than you. This is kind of a way that you use to like contest them from angles that like that their moves don't really cover. So generally, it's going to be rising.
That makes sense. Okay.
This one to the side is more for when you're like outranging them. So like this would be something that this would be something that you do versus like Pikachu a lot of the time, because you don't really want to be like you would do both of these versus Pika.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that second one versus Marth. I might do the first one versus Marth, but I usually prefer to stay grounded against him.
Well, the problem that works. The problem is you're missing out on your most devastating move though.
Yeah.
So like this is your back air is your most powerful move in terms of its raw ability to kill and set things up. So we have to start learning how to use this. This is how Kirby sharks people. Sharking is all about like presenting a difficult move for them to beat and then figuring out how they respond to it and how we capitalize on that. So for Kirby, that is his back air. It's like he doesn't have an alternative. Everything comes from back air.
Okay. Put out a difficult move to beat. Watch how the opponent reacts. Okay.
Yep, 68
Yeah.
damage is
Okay.
this, and then this is like low range, no low range opponent. And then this one is really like shouldn't be here. This is really for like off stage, but I've included it because I like pointing it out. This one is more about like how we win, how we kill. Because like fall, and this one's also good versus characters who like cover this part of their body well, but don't cover this. Like this would be good versus Falco in a lot of cases, but again, it's more about how we.
Yes,
kill
it
them.
is. Yeah, it's exactly right. And then I get like an up tilt if I do. Anyway, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a falling weak bear, and then usually we do into like a follow up. Okay.
Oh, I like strong hit bear honestly, because like a lot of times they go for the shine anyway, but like even if they're pushed out of range, but. I know we've gone a little over. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I like our conversations. But is this enough to get you started? And do you have enough to go off of?
I do. Did you? I want to see. Yeah, you posted that. Yeah, this is plenty. Um, you said you're gonna post this. Are you gonna post this video?
Yeah, I mean, like I
Okay,
I
cool.
intend to post all of them. It's just I sometimes goof with like audio and stuff like that. It's just crap like that.